Welcome to a brand new episode of the Oracles. It is episode 53. Yeah, episode 53. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for being here. It's been, 53 episodes is no joke. It's quite a lot.
Yep.
Even though it's not as much as what we're gonna get over the years, but yeah,
Yes.
it's really something. And we are very, very close to the end of the year, which is something I'm happy about. The last couple of months haven't been all that great, but yeah, because actually, talking about the past couple of months have been not being all that great. Um, so this weekend, right? Actually, before we actually get into that, how are you doing, Z?
I'm all good, man. Oh, I'm tired, but I'm
Yeah,
good. Like I'm really tired, guys. And the fact that I'm working throughout December is just wild for me. But because I was
you're not.
thinking earlier, and I'm not closing.
Oh
I'm literally
man,
working throughout December. Even on the only day I'm not working besides the weekends, obviously, is Christmas.
yeah,
But um, what's it called? Boxing Day, I'm working. Yeah, I'm working. You know, and I'm tired. I don't know how I'm going to get to the 29th, to be quite honest, because I think that's my last day.
yeah,
Then I'm gonna be on leave from the second. I don't know I'm gonna get to the 29th because I'm literally when they say "Utontanye last year,"
yeah.
that's me.
I'm bugging my
That is
fumes.
me. That I'm tired. Like even physically, like my body hurts. That's how tired I am. I haven't been to the gym. I think I went to the gym last week, 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. Then
Yeah,
before that, I think the last time I went, it's been weeks, right? So earlier while I was working, I'm like, I need to go back to the gym next week because like even my body is tense, like my shoulders hurt. I'm like, when you're just so tired and you're still stressing and yeah, I'm
yeah.
tired. I think for me that's the most and that's the biggest feeling I'm going through right now. I'm just
Yeah,
exhausted.
no, no, I get you. I get you because myself, like mentally, I'm pretty much checking out already.
Yeah,
I'm pretty much
yeah,
checking out already. But yeah, we'll get through it. I think I'll need 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know. Of I guess holiday. Hopefully, I won't
yeah.
have to work during that time, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think I'll need to take as
I
much
know.
time as I possibly can for myself. And like talking about that, about not being like properly 100% where I need to be mentally. So this weekend, two major events are happening. There is Hey Neighbor happening in Pretoria, and then there's Sjava's one-man show that is happening here in Nelspruit. So I I almost wasn't able to go and attend this one, yes, Java, because because actually my mind was not anywhere near that. I mean, I knew it was happening, but in my
Yeah,
mind, I just didn't click to me that no, I'd actually try to get some media passes for this and go attend and get something for the podcast until I suppose our producer. Spongsen, he stepped in, actually was able to get in touch with the guys, and then he referred me uh, to whoever I was supposed to talk to. So I
yeah,
got that. I was eventually able to get I suppose, the accreditation. I'm supposed to get the
yeah.
accreditation either on Friday or Saturday. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm on the list already. And then with Hey Neighbor, because we're supposed to have spoken with the guys from Hey Neighbor
Yeah,
sometime earlier this year. I think around June, July, or something like that.
yeah. Around the winter.
Yeah, and then they asked, okay, they're busy and they've got all of this whatever it is that is going on. And the thing is, we
Yeah,
got in touch with them before they actually announced Kendrick, and yeah, before they announced Kendrick. So
yeah,
we already on that long before the much bigger excitement came along.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, they asked us to get in touch. I think end of July
And
or
that
something.
the excitement is crazy now. Hey,
Yeah,
have
the
you noticed?
excitement is like really,
The
really
excitement is
crazy.
crazy right now.
Yeah, it's like really, really crazy. So I was trying to also get some media passes for that, so you can go. But I still haven't gotten a response. And it actually got me thinking, Gutsi, maybe we're not really doing this whole getting in touch properly with these guys. That maybe we actually need like a PR person to help us out on how to approach event organizers and things like that. Because I mean, back to the city for us, it's easy enough. Even for this one, this Java was easy enough. I only had to send like one
Yeah.
text, and then I was referred to someone else, but then that other person actually texted me instead
Oh,
of yeah, she actually texted me and we spoke briefly, and then we were on that. So I'm thinking that we actually might need a PR person to help us out. And maybe Badisa might be able to come to the rescue to give us
yeah,
like a crash
Mama.
course on
I hear you.
if you see
Yeah.
an event
A
that you
young
want to
crash
go to.
course.
Yeah.
A young crash course. Like, how do you do this thing? Who do you speak to? How do you go about it? Because
Yeah. How do you go
you
about
might
doing
know who
that?
to speak to, but then the approach.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that is one thing that we need to maybe work on. That is actually something we definitely need to work on
You do
because next year we need to cover a whole lot more events.
a lot.
We need to attend a whole lot more events that are happening. So we need to know how to go about talking to these people. But yeah, we'll see. We'll save that for the new year. Because
Yeah.
I don't want to get in touch with her now also. Because then she's always
Yeah.
busy and her mind. I think now she's also
She's
checking
always
out.
working.
Yeah. I think that she's also checking out, getting ready for the end of the
Yeah,
year.
true. Yeah.
So I think that should be on the agenda for us in the new year, early
Yeah.
January. Yeah, but anyway, we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, let's go back to these events happening this weekend, this coming weekend. Actually, let's start with I want to check with you. Is there anything that you did this past weekend, or was it you were just at home?
Oh no, I didn't do anything music related, but I
Yeah,
did go out for lunch. It was my friend's birthday on Wednesday, so she
yeah.
wanted us to do like a young sushi day. So that's what we did. Then I'm lying. We did that. I think I got there around 5:30. Right. We chilled with yeah sushi, but the experience was something else. The service was horrible. But it's fine. I'm not here about that. Actually, I don't know what was happening this weekend. Everywhere I went, the service was horrible. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, we were all the problem. It wasn't just me, everyone was a problem. But
Yeah.
yeah, we did that. Then later on, we went to Maboneng, right? Because there was this, I don't know, they said it's a new spot that opened. So we wanted to see if we can try it out.
Mm.
I realized that group is actually not for me. I knew it wasn't for me now, but like, let me just try. Let's see. Because if I go out now, it's either I'm going to a restaurant or concert.
Yeah.
I don't like group. I don't like rocking. But I was like, let's try. Let me tell you, an hour was a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, me, I'm going. I was like, me, I'm going home. I got there, I was just like, yeah, it was too loud, man. It was too, I'm like, the nerves, guys. It's how I feel right now. That's how I felt,
Yeah.
but 10 times worse. I'm like, there's no way. I ordered my sparkling water. I was like, I'm out. Because we left
But
my car at like the friend's place. I'm like, hey, can you go back to our apartment? I'm in my car. I need to go back to the south because I can't do this.
wait,
Like, I
what's
love
the name
music,
of the
but it's
place?
too
Do you remember
much.
do you remember the name of the
Um,
place?
and also they deserve zero ratings for me. It's zero, zero. I
Yeah.
am judging them. I'm not happy. Those people that put us on the most. But it's a real diamond, a rush diamond. But it's a new spot. It's at a corner opposite Cosmopolitan. So it's
Okay.
a new spot. We went there. And as I say, an hour was a lot. If you order my sparkling water and I sense that quiet, I'm like, maybe I have a juice because I don't want to drink. I'm just like, so I ordered like passion fruit and lemonade. Then as soon as I was done, I was out. I was like,
Yeah.
no, that was my weekend. Then I'm like, Sunday I need to revive myself, do something I like doing. So I took the kids out shopping. That was me this weekend. I didn't do much.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I've only been to Maboneng once. That was
Mm.
in December. Was it? No, it wasn't December. It was sometime this year.
Yeah,
Uh,
sometimes this yeah.
yeah,
Where
it
you
was
were
sometime.
playing.
Yeah,
Sometimes this
I
yeah.
was playing at Black Palm. I don't know why I'm thinking it was December. But yeah, it was
Oh,
sometime earlier. It was sometime earlier this year. I think maybe around June, July, somewhere there.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it was actually July. Now I remember. It was in July.
Yeah, it wasn't
Uh,
so
so,
long ago.
yeah, it wasn't that long ago. So that's the only time that I've been to Mabone. And I remember one time, I think in September or something, I was at my and my friend was parked somewhere in the street where you can actually see Mabone
Yeah.
right up there. That's when I realized just how close we were to Mabone because I'm just standing we were just standing there and I'm asking him I asked him, was he Mabone Muslapaya? And he said, yeah, it's right up there. I didn't realize, yeah, I didn't realize,
Really?
yeah, I didn't realize just how close it was. It's basically in the same street. Where my mind,
Is it?
yeah, same
I
street.
think that's another thing that overwhelmed me. It's too tight. Like I don't that Bantubang seen that and I can't. It becomes too overwhelming. It was a lot. Like I turn around, someone is here. I look in front of me, someone is here. Like, there's a lot happening. It's like, hey.
Yeah, yeah,
And me at home I had a bed, hey. I had a bed. Go sleep.
yeah, because
I don't like being out like that.
yeah,
I'm a
and
homebody.
that's the thing I noticed about Maboneng that it's a very tight space. Like it's a very very small space, particularly where all these venues are, all these places are.
Yeah.
I mean, I arrived there. It was a Sunday, so I arrived a bit earlier, and there wasn't so many people. So I
Yeah.
arrived. I think it was around 5, 5:30 or something like that and I went into Black Palm, and when I went out a bit later, I think that was like 2 or 3 hours later, it was really packed. Like everything is right here, and everyone is right here. The streets are packed with cars. It was just crazy. Um,
Oh, it's crazy.
yeah, like it was it's really, really crazy. It's not, I don't think it's a place that actually generally, because I don't usually go out. I only
Yeah.
go out when I have to work, when I am working. And Nakona, I do not even stay long. Like that event I played at 2 weeks ago, last week.
Hmm.
I played a bit earlier in the day, and by 6, actually by 5, I think by 5 I was gone already.
Okay.
So yeah, it's for me. I understand. I
I
understand fully
know.
what you're talking about.
I can't. I really can't. And I think another thing that put me off, like, oh, there were so many kids, and I felt like, when you're not judging people, but
Yeah,
in your head, it's like you're too young to be here.
yeah,
Like you're a baby. Like there are people who are like, you're 2K, right? But you can still, no, she's grown, she's okay. But there are some people who say, nah, man, this girl is not a day
nah,
over
no,
16,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. Like
And
they,
I don't want to be in such spaces because already I'm not comfortable for myself at 28. What more person I can see clearly this baby, this person is a baby. They're like, no, I don't want to be here. I'm uncomfortable. I'm out.
and who are they there with? Uh,
Well,
because we,
because I just so many kids walking around like by like and doing the tiniest of skirts, and I'm just like, hey, it's risky, yeah, because we're in the streets. Like literally, morning is literally a street.
yeah,
There's like 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds. Now there's you who's looking like you're 16. What do you, oh guys? I feel like you're just at risk. Naturally, it becomes even worse when you're a kid
yeah.
because you could see
It
that they're young. I'm just like,
it is because I mean kids are easily impressionable, and being in a space like
exactly.
that, it really is unsafe for kids to be there. I mean, even for someone like you, it's really not 100% safe. Uh,
Exactly.
but then you also have you are far more responsible. You have your own car. You can leave whenever you want to leave. You're not reliant on anyone taking you home.
Yeah.
But now, when you're a kid, you do not have your own car. You do not have your funds are even limited. You don't
Yeah.
you don't have you don't have flexibility at all.
Exactly. You
And
don't. If you want to leave and the people you would don't want to leave, you're screwed.
Yeah, because you don't even know how to handle a dangerous situation like that. You don't know how
Exactly.
to, yeah, you don't know how to get out of it. And it's something really, especially with that popular girl on social media recently, 16-year-old. And I think she was dating Buster 929, I think, or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what they said. And that's what she said as well. But I'm just like, you know what? Okay, as much as social media is the, I feel like social media is the catalyst for all this behavior, right?
Yeah,
But I don't want us to give it. It's tricky because it's things that we should be talking about in order to bring awareness. But also, I feel like the more we talk about it, the more we low key condone it, or the
yeah,
more they feel like it's right. You understand?
yeah,
So it becomes very tricky from like, how do you handle this? Because these honeys are out at Conca. I'm just like, Conca. I feel like you should be 23 and above to go in there. Now she's 16, and I'm just like, hey, okay,
yeah. Because
each to his
a lot
own,
needs to be done. A lot needs to be done, especially because South Africa is facing already an alcohol problem where we have a lot of alcoholics, even though people would not admit it, and they are functioning alcoholics. But we do
Functional
have,
alcoholics, like almost everyone.
yeah,
Almost everyone. Let's not even lie. Almost everyone is
people,
functional alcoholic. Whoever drinks right now and they don't drink occasionally, most of us are functional alcoholics.
yeah, yeah, and that's a problem on its own. And then now we have establishments that allow kids, people that you can clearly see, would say this person is very, very young.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we are in a lot of trouble. We are in deep trouble, and having people like Pabalo being everywhere on social media, uh, you know, like you said, would say even though you might say would say people are condoning it, but she is appearing on podcasts. She is appearing on everywhere, and people just want to hear the story. They're actually condoning her behavior, and in a
That's
sense,
why I don't want to give it airtime. So one thing about me, I really don't want to give it airtime.
yeah,
I'm just like, it's not worth it.
yeah, me neither, because I only see like the videos. I mean, you see the tweets with the video, but I've
Yeah.
never actually. I don't even know how what her voice sounds like. I don't know anything about
Yes.
her.
Same.
I'm just seeing the captions, and I realize this is something I do not want to consume. It's not something that I want to see,
Exactly.
because the more she is,
I'm even muting people who retweet that stuff on my timeline. Like, this is not my FYP, guys. This is not me. Why are you
yeah,
retweeting these things on my timeline? So I'm muting everyone, muting my son.
yeah, yeah,
No, I'm sorry.
yeah, because in a sense, these people who are giving her a platform are basically creating more of her. There are other girls who see us her age, some even younger, and they want to have what she has. They want to
Yep.
be where she is. So it's
And they
a
are taking it right.
yeah, it's a very dangerous thing. It's a very dangerous thing that's happening. But anyway, moving on from that, we already know about this past weekend, but then this weekend. And you know, this Java concert is something that I'm looking forward to the most. What are you looking forward to? Do you have any plans actually?
I don't like you right now, just so you know. I'll get it out of the way. Let's just get it out of the way, guys. Because
No, I'm
no,
actually
as
I'm
at this
actually
point, I might just guys at the flight, to no flight,
I'm actually praying that I hear
flight
word from Hey
at
Neighbor.
the flight
So
to Mpumalanga right
yeah.
now because I feel like I might just be waiting around midday. Then
Yeah.
you know,
I'm
no.
actually
But if
praying
you know
that I
me,
hear
you know
something from Hey
I'm
Neighbor.
an oh I'm a crazy Sjava fan. Like
Yeah.
you know that you love a person, right? But you don't realize it until Spotify is like, "Hi, ma'am, here's the 2023 Spotify rap,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Fuck." Then if you listen to anything else, you know, just like that. I love Sjava. Like I've been a crazy Sjava supporter since I heard Sjava the first time.
Mm.
And I've been consistent since. And even right now, my top song on my Spotify rap is I think is "My Kesha" by Sjava on
Yeah.
the album that he dropped this year. And I'm just like, the fact that that's my top song, it's not one of my like my top five, it's my top song. I'm just like, how many times did I listen to this song? Now in my head, I'm just like, I'd like to see this guy perform live. And also not just perform live where he's like maybe there's like a lot of artists in the lineup,
Yeah.
but when it's just him. Like I love Sjava so much. My sister, it was my birthday last month, right? So my
Yeah.
little sister, she got me a plague, right, with our picture. And she's like, listen, I don't listen to Sjava. I finished it today, actually, that plague, it was delayed. Like, I don't listen to Sjava, but I know you love Sjava. So I just had to pick any random song and just put it on the plague. So she got me a plague with our picture, really too. And she took Ingomara Sjava Izita and she put it there. You know, if you don't know the song, you would think, oh, we should put two pictures, like a picture of themselves there, and the song is Zita. But when you listen to it, it literally speaks about the same thing my cat speaks
Yeah.
about how it was works for you. And one thing about me, I'm very spiritual, And I'm just like, that's what Sjava does for me. And I always say, if I go to a Sjava concert, Aliwan, I don't want to be there when he performs this because the song does something to me, you know? And I'm just like, but I still want it. So I'm very, I can go, I want to be there for the full experience. So I'm like, also you're gonna get me into my feelings. So every Sjava song does something to me.
Yeah.
I'm a crazy Sjava fan, guys.
Yeah, like
I'm a crazy Sjava fan. Yeah.
and actually learned something about Sjava this past weekend. So he's whenever it was here in Osprey, like promoting the concert and everything. So they stayed at a particular venue, at a particular lodge, I guess. Yeah, it's a high-end lodge. And the thing is, Java likes to cook his own food. He likes to, and he likes it traditional as well, because he actually asked the staff there if they can get like a three the three food pot, so he can actually cook some food for himself. Using that, yeah, three food.
Very
Yeah.
Wait, where is it going to cook? Where? Is it going to go outside?
Yeah, it's gonna go outside, like start
Where?
a
Is
fire
it at a
and
hotel
everything.
or is it the Airbnb?
It's not an Airbnb. It
Guest
is a
house.
lodge, I guess. Yeah, it is a lodge,
Okay, then you
and
can
and
get
it's
away with it.
yeah, and because they actually have so they have all these units.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, they have all these units like the hotel, the rooms and whatever. And then they've also recently purchased because it's in a residential area. So they recently
Ah,
purchased one of the neighbors' house, and
okay.
the built other units as well, which are self catering. So I don't know if you are staying in the self catering part of it, or no. Actually, they weren't staying in the self catering part of it. They stayed in the standard rooms or whatever. But he wanted to cook for himself. Like that's what he wanted to do.
What was the cooking? I'm like, because I'm thinking,
And- um,
this made a fully made it cake and I'm like, because what do you mean? A whole seafood, not even
and I'm actually
a hard pot for a papanyan.
yeah.
Hey,
And the thing is now I'm actually revealing something else. Is that he actually wanted to kill a chicken himself? Like he wanted to get a chicken, kill it himself,
Sino
and
ngasenza umlepo, ngishilo
yeah.
ngasenza umlepo. I just knew it. Yo, Mazulu guys. He reminds me of Jacob Zuma because he used to travel with Amasi as well because it's just like, nope, I
Really?
don't trust no nigga with my food. Most of the time he had Amasi with
Yeah,
like I,
so
I honestly wouldn't put it past the chef. I feel like all of them, man, but like no peaceful and all of them, they're very traditional, right? And
yeah.
as much as they are keen and open into trying new things, and I feel like it's just like that with almost like every black person. I'd like to say, because you might like certain things, you might like your new things, the sushi, the caviar, but something deep down on that random day, like no,
Yeah,
look
because
at something like something. There's always that one thing, like something inside of you, like no,
yeah, and the thing is, this is something that we've spoken about before, like the identity or the experiences that an artist goes through. That when they start a certain way. They have a particular message, they have a particular way that they go about their music. But once they start getting money, they start experiencing all this luxurious stuff. They move out of their old wherever they grew up and they move to these posh neighborhoods, whatever. Then the message changes, their music changes. Yeah, so with guys like Sjava, Nabo, Big Zulu, and all those guys, for them to keep doing what they were doing before they had the money, that's how they keep their creative process around the same area that where they found success. I mean, they also grow within that space, but they do not change who they are, and they do not change
Yeah.
what they sing about, because I mean, he's rooted in who he is. He also enjoys
Yeah.
the finer things in life. He
Yeah.
enjoys like the luxury brands
Yeah.
and all of that. But for the most part, he likes to remain as
Himself.
traditional as possible. And I forget what the name of the song is on their album Ukamba,
Mm.
where they actually sing about they sing about not being ungabi nemahloni ngekhaya lakini.
Is
Uh,
it Kailam, I think.
yeah, I think it's ekhaya
Yeah, I
lami.
think it's the second song. I think it's the second song from Kailam.
Yeah, because it's basically that they're basing
Yeah.
their lives. They actually put their lives on the song to say, do not be ashamed of where you grew up. Do not
Where you come
be
from.
ashamed
Yeah.
of who you are. And they wear that proudly. I mean, I got
Fully.
the accreditation card yesterday, I think, and the dress code for the event is imvunulo, and
Okay,
Sjava.
singers. Don't ask me what to do. I'm coming. Don't ask me. I am coming.
So it's going to be really crazy. It's going to be really crazy
I
and
want to see what
interesting to
you're
see.
gonna be wearing.
I have no idea. I really have no
I
idea.
know
I'll
you can't
see.
wear Air Force with you.
Hey,
Please,
yeah, that's
please represent me. You are an extension of me. Represent me, please.
no, I love to see. I love to see what I actually come
Please,
up with. Yeah, I love to see
please,
what I
for
come
my
up with.
sake.
What's that?
Now I'm saying for my sake, please
Yeah.
represent me.
Yeah, I love to see what I come up with. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how it happens and how they go about the whole thing. But I'm properly excited. I'm properly excited about it because actually because now I'm looking at the lineup as well. I know that Focalistic will be there, Maclera will be there.
Like, yeah, my boy.
Yeah. I think this is going to be another time when I actually hear what he has to say. Okay, Anzo will be there.
I love
Zugulu,
Anzo.
Nasty C, Nomfundo Mo, Saudi, and Shui. Apparently, more artists are yet to be announced because
That's fine.
because it starts at 2 p.m. Performances start at 2 p.m. And I think Sjava is going last at around 11 or something, somewhere around there.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was actually hoping to see Big Zulu a part of the lineup because it will be
I
crazy.
think he might come after the thing because he has that fighting it with Benjilo guy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I think he might come because that fight I think it's the ICC Tegwin, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
You know how they travel these people and they support each other. So he might pull through. I don't know.
Yeah,
But that would be nice if it does. That would be
yeah.
very
It,
nice.
it will be a nice surprise performance if he
Right.
does show up. Mm.
That would be very nice.
Yeah,
And I think also what time is the fight? And if it's at night, he might not. But if it's maybe around the afternoon, he might. Because I don't know what time the fight is.
yeah, yeah. Because now I was actually thinking about Back to the City last year. Because remember, Casper had his fight with Pretty Ugly, but then that was happening in Pretoria. So it's like probably like an
Oh,
hour or so's drive
yeah.
to Newtown. But now coming from Durban to Nelspruit, that's about 8 hours.
Yeah.
And I know that I think the airport here it's a private airport, so I think the last flight comes in at like 6 or something. So
Really?
yeah, so it's very unlikely that he will come through unless it happens
Really?
earlier in the day or very early in the afternoon. But it'll be nice to see him there, though. Yeah, it still be nice to see him
That
there.
is very nice.
And
He's
then
not playing Zulu for me. I love Sjava. Yes.
yeah,
Playing Zulu would have slept. I love Zulu so much, guys. So like Zulu like gave me one of my favorite albums from this country. That's how much I enjoy him.
yeah.
Like, and I think my first introduction, I could be wrong. Was it Zulu or was it Sjava or Big? I think it was Big Zulu. Could be wrong, but one of them introduced me to Zulu, and I've been a gun girl since. I think that's what I love about music as well. Like so many people that I'm a fan of right now,
Mm.
I got introduced to them via features,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, and that's the beauty of features because you come across artists that you generally would
Yeah.
you'd scroll
This,
past whenever you see their names
yeah.
on your on your phone. So that's one of the beautiful things about features, and
Yeah.
it's a beautiful cosign. And talking about features, and this is something that has been bothering me.
Mm.
It's that Travis Scott being on Tyler's remix of Water. Like, how do you feel about an artist doing a remix of an already big song, especially when you have Tyler and then Travis Scott comes in and does and does a remix? It's something similar that happened with Sam Smith. It's what's the name of the song? I forget what the name of the song is. He featured A$AP Rocky on the remix of that song. I think you're not the only one. I'm not the only one. Yeah, I'm not. I think I'm not the only one is the song. How do you feel about those kind of features, especially when they're trying to put another artist, basically,
Yeah.
or rather co-signing an emerging artist?
Okay. Firstly, what does Travis say in the song?
I haven't
Travis, I
listened
mean,
to
this
it.
sister. Okay, to be quite
I haven't
honest,
listened. Oh, but a line that has actually been quoted was he said some. I forget what he said, but he ends it with plus 20 plus 27 or plus 27, meaning referencing South Africa.
yeah, South
Yeah,
Africa, yeah,
yeah. So I forget what he says.
yeah. Okay, with me, I have a love-hate relationship with remixes, right?
Yeah,
Because at times I feel like they make the song greater. Sometimes I feel like they make it lose what it had initially, right?
yeah,
But now you could never know until the remix is there,
yeah,
you know. And I'm I might get backlash for this because this is probably the biggest song in the country, but in the world currently. But I don't know water like that. The only I know snippets of water from your TikTok.
true.
You
Yeah,
know, it's not my vibe. It's not my kind of music. You know, the music I listen to, it's not my vibe. So I
yeah,
wouldn't go on my phone and listen to that song. You know, so even right now, the song is big. It's charting. I think it's on the Hot 100 Billboard as well.
yeah.
She's
I
been
think
breaking
it cracked
records that
the
was set
top
by,
10.
yeah, exactly. She broke records that Oma Miriam Makeba set up there, you know.
Yeah,
People struggle to do that, and she did that with the song. So kudos to her. It's a big song. It's huge. But as I said, I haven't listened to it. So I don't know how it sounds also with or without Travis.
Travis. Yeah,
And then also there's this thing of there are artists who don't need or an already popping song because they're big enough already. So
yeah,
we can't say Travis is trying to pop. I mean, Travis is Travis.
yeah,
You know, he's done that. He's been good at it. He has his fan base that is doing amazing and supporting him. So I wouldn't say he was using Tyla. You know, that's another thing. I think it's a different story now if you look at maybe an artist who's been struggling, you know, struggling to make it or whatever, and now wants to feature on the song.
yeah,
You might say they want to they're trying to gain popularity or they're trying to pop off. But in this instance, it's just like he probably did because he likes it, you know,
yeah,
and wants to give it a different feel because he is rapping. Tyler is not rapping. She's not a
yeah,
rapper, you know. So
yeah,
it's a two-way street, really.
yeah. For me personally, I feel like it's a wasted feature because Water is already a huge song. It does not need a remix. There's nothing. I don't feel like that like a remix would add anything
Anything.
to the song, and it would add anything to
Yeah.
or rather add anything for Tyler. I feel like if they
Mm-hmm.
wanted to have a feature with Travis, rather create a whole new song altogether, spend time creating a new song. I think that would have been the perfect way to get a cosign from someone who's already established within
Yeah.
within the music industry. So personally, I feel like it's a wasted feature. They could have done it like just
Definitely.
create a brand new song altogether. I
Yeah.
think that would have cemented Tyler's arrival
Her.
into,
Yeah.
yeah, it would have
Yes.
cemented
Actually,
Tyler's
just thinking
arrival.
about it, I've been thinking about the same thing as well. I'm just like, I'm very, I have a problem with, I don't want to say a one hit wonder because there's another song that I think was big a few months ago, but
Yeah,
not as big as this one, right? But now my thing is, would you be able to match up or at least get close to it, you know?
yeah,
So now what? Because I think she dropped another single on Friday, or she's going to drop. I could be wrong,
yeah. Because
but something with
I
her
saw
name on
something
it.
on Twitter. I saw a video on Twitter.
Yeah. So I'm just like, now the pressure, unfortunately, there's the pressure now, you know? And does that now, is it going to solidify the person that you are, the artist that you are? Or is it going to be a Sister Bettina, you know?
And you know, it actually goes back to what we were saying when we were talking about Tyler the other time.
Mm-hmm.
To say that it's a bit of she's in a fragile place because
Exactly,
personally, like
exactly.
I do not see her at the moment with the way that the marketing versus the or rather the PR run versus the
Mm-hmm.
music, it does not really match up because we are seeing
Exactly.
more of her in the media and doing interviews, whatever, doing other stuff other than the music. Because
Music.
in order for her to actually, uh, I mean, for in music, for you to survive or rather to go a long way, you need to be very musical. You need to be focused
Yes,
on the music more than you are on the marketing. If you're going to
yes,
appear in the media, you should, especially at her stage right now, you should appear when you have music that you want to promote. You have music that you want to push. You are ready because most of the time right now she's supposed to be in the studio,
yes,
making more music,
for sure.
more than doing interviews and all of those things. So at the moment, with the way that is going, I don't see her being around for too long. I don't see her being around for
I
too
hope
long.
she proves us wrong. I
Yeah,
really hope.
yeah.
I really
I hope
hope
that she finds the
for her,
success.
for everyone. I really, really hope.
Yeah,
It's just scary, man. It's so scary
yeah. Like
because
because
currently the entire world is looking at her. It's not just South Africa. It's not just Africa. Like literally, the entire world is on that Tyler train right now.
yeah,
And yet,
and you
sometimes
know,
people are waiting for her to mess up. Unfortunately,
yeah, and you know, people get tired of hearing or seeing the same thing over and over
Ati
again.
borega fast. You know
Yeah,
that line on Twitter where people say, "Last borega fast."
yeah.
Literally, abantu borega fast. It's something I just hope she's consistent. Like, give us the music.
Yeah, like hopefully like she just keeps going. Like if she drops like a single or two and then those are hits as well. Obviously it would be hard to match what
Yeah.
water is.
What's up?
But
Yeah.
if it's something that can be played, that has replay value as singles
Yes.
on its own, and then an album comes at some point and it's also it's not made for it's not like and this is something I think I've said before that an album is something important. It shouldn't just be sound like a compilation of music,
Yes.
but with an album is where you actually are able to express your where you are artistically at the moment, where you
Yes.
are with your music at the moment, where you are mentally. And it's something that should be important. It's an album, like it should be something that we can go back to at some point. I mean, it's fine to have your water in there, your songs that going to be find commercial success and be played on radio all over. But on there, we need to see who Tyla is in the album, and hopefully that's what we're going to get when the album eventually drops.
And honestly, I want all the best for her, man. Because she's such a
Yeah,
nice girl. Like I've watched her, not watched full, no one is just snippet. She's so carefree, man. She's so fun. It's just so authentic.
yeah.
I think that's one thing I love about her. She's so, one thing about Tella, she will drop a yo, yeah, yeah, yeah. She's just yoing about everything. She's like, yo, literally.
And
You know,
hopefully,
she's
like,
so South African. Like,
yeah, and
one thing
hopefully
about
that's
us.
not like a PR thing. Hopefully that's
Yes,
genuinely her. Because if it's a
exactly.
PR thing, it's going to get tired, and we're going to
Exactly.
eventually figure out which that's not how Tyler speaks. That's not who
Not
she is.
true.
Yeah. So
So I
hopefully
just
she
hope
is as
everything
authentic as we
continues the
think
way
she
it
is.
is. Yeah, same. I really want the best for her, man. I really want the best for her.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. Because I mean, it's also for us as the oracles. It's what we want for everyone that we speak about.
Yeah,
It's what we
definitely.
want for everyone that we bring onto the platform. We want the
Yeah,
absolute best for them, and hopefully she finds great success, and she'll be around for quite a long time.
yeah. But she is still young. I don't know how old she is, but she looks very young. So I mean, if she continues working, putting in the work, being consistent,
Yeah,
I
because
mean, yeah, no, she has a long way to go.
yeah, apparently she's like what 21, 22, something like that.
Really?
So yeah. Yeah, she's
Still,
that young.
still a baby. Yeah, still a baby.
Yeah, she's that young. But yeah, hopefully, man, hopefully she'll keep going, and the music that she comes with matches the PR that the PR standard that has been set for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, moving on from that, again, this is what I'm actually praying about. That I actually hear back
Mm.
from Hey Neighbor, because unfortunately, even if yeah, because it's very tough for me to be able to go see Kendrick. He's back in the country second time now in the past, I think
Yeah.
10 years or something. And I still
Yeah.
haven't been able to see him. But one thing that I've been saying
And
to
what
myself,
about you? You're a Kendrick fan.
I love
You are
Kendrick.
a
I
Kendrick
love Kendrick.
fan.
Yeah, he even made it into my top 15 um, top
On
albums
Apple.
on Apple Music, and that is Section 80 and Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
So that's how much
I need
I
to start
listen to.
using Apple as well. I need to start using Apple Music as well. Maybe
What's
next
that?
year. I'll see. I'm saying I need to start using Apple Music. Maybe next year though. I'll see. Right now I'm still a Spotify babe.
Yeah. Oh man,
Still a Spotify babe.
yeah. I tried Spotify for a while, and the sound quality at the time wasn't all that great for me.
Really.
Yeah, so I'm happy at Apple Music. But maybe it's because of my older device, or maybe my headphones that I
Okay.
was using
Same.
at the time. Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Wasn't all that great. But one thing I've been saying about to myself this past week, the past week or so, is that I might miss Kendrick in the country for a second time now. But I have
Yep.
to make it a point that next year I'll go and see him wherever he is in the world. So that is something now I'm setting some goals for myself
Right
that
now.
next year, yeah, next year
Yeah.
I need to go leave the country just to go see Kendrick wherever he is in the world, whether it's in the US, it's in the UK, it's in Switzerland, whatever. I have to go see him there.
And that's a good goal to set for yourself. I was thinking about the same thing. And for me, not necessarily an artist, but just to get out of this country. Okay.
Yeah,
I've been here for way too long. I have been here for way too long, I
28
need to
years is
get
a
out of
long
here.
time.
You understand? I need to get out of here. No, guys.
Yeah,
No. Even a young Namibia, I haven't been in Namibia. Just here. Just here.
and
Just
the thing
this
is,
one. No, guys.
yeah,
Namibia, Muslim, both they're also close. Literally, guys, I feel like they are shorter distances than CPT.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I've
I
been to
mean,
Cape Town. It's like, nah, doesn't make sense.
yeah. Actually, I think driving from Joburg to Maputo is closer. I mean, just
Close.
getting
It is.
just getting into Mozambique
Yeah.
is far closer than going to Cape Town. But yeah, I'm not really sure how far Maputo is, but I don't think it's as far as going to Cape Town. So,
No,
uh,
it's closer, literally.
yeah,
When you get to, if you live here where I live and go to Mars and another person goes to Cape Town, I would literally get to Mars, shower, I check in, shower, have lunch. I literally have a few hours to spare, man. That's how close it is.
yeah,
Literally, because my sister drove down last time. They took, I think, was it 8 hours? I think it was 8 hours. And when I went to CPT, we took like 14, 15 hours.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, it's almost like driving to
Almost
Durban.
twice. Literally, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's something that actually should
We
be
need to
done.
travel, guys. We really need to travel, especially to Africa. Like, I think my problem is it's so expensive traveling within Africa, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it is. It
It
really
doesn't
is.
make sense, guys. It really doesn't make sense.
And
If you're distant, literally driving distance away, it shouldn't be that expensive.
yeah,
I feel like the higher up you move, the more expensive it gets. It's like we'd like to explore, because personally, I'd like to explore my continent, guys.
yeah,
I'd really
yeah,
like to travel Africa. Like, I'd really like to travel Africa. I'm just like, so expensive though.
yeah. Before I tell you about where I've been dreaming about going, or rather thinking about going at some point. So like 13 years ago, it was in 2010. We'd actually we'd actually meet up with this couple quite a lot, and they'd been to Disney World. Is it Disney World that's in California? Is it Disneyland? But yeah, the one in Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went there on holiday because they actually calculated everything. Like it was cheaper to go there to Disney World than it was to go to on holiday in Cape Town at the time.
Yes.
Yeah, because they calculated everything and they thought actually, oh, why go to Cape Town when you can actually go to a whole different country, go to Disney World with the kids and everything. So that is how expensive going on holiday in South Africa is. But yeah,
And this South Africa, imagine now stepping out into other magical countries in the
trees.
continent.
Yeah, yeah, because I
So
actually
crazy.
yeah, I actually dreamt about I actually wanted at some point to go to Namibia.
Same.
Go to Namibia, go to Botswana, like the neighboring countries. Obviously, avoid Mozambique and Zimbabwe, more especially Mozambique because of the wars that are going on there. But basically,
Yeah.
drive through these countries and then come back into South Africa via the coast. Drive down to Cape Town and drive back up again. Uh,
Yeah. That's something I'd like to do as well. Like
yeah,
fully.
yeah, but then again, you also don't like to drive. You don't like long distance driving. But hopefully it'll be something that you would enjoy.
Mm, I lost you. Like, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, because I think it's my internet that's a problem. I was saying that you don't. Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was saying that you don't like long distance driving. So I don't know if you'd actually enjoy it at this point if it's actually like a holiday.
Mm. Guys, I have fat feet. So driving long distance, whether I'm a passenger or driving, no, I can't. By the time I get there, my feet will be twice their size. Yo,
Yeah.
that's my problem. Just like, I want to get to a place quickly, man. Because I was even saying that day, I'm just like, my maximum right now is literally 4.5, 5 hours max. Anything
Yeah.
more than that, I'm sorry, I have to fly down. No, I'm not doing it. No, I'm tired. Something right now, if you want me to drive, probably I'll go to Pumalanga, probably touch Limpopo, So
Yeah.
yeah, 4 hours, 5 hours. Now, not deep, not towards the end, because now you're pushing 6 hours. I'm not doing that. If you say go to KZN, I'm just like, maybe Peter Marisburg, young 4.5, 5 hours. Yeah. By the time I cross over 5 hours,
Too much.
no, let's try, guys. I'm sorry. No, 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 no. I'm spending more time on the road than enjoying the holiday. No. So I was looking at this whole Shosholoza mail thing that came back, right? It's like, now why would I be sitting in a train for 30 hours?
It's I've
No,
actually
there's no.
I've actually been in a
You,
train once. I think I was like wait, 2000, how old was I? I was 10 years old.
oh,
Um,
okay.
Traveling from Joburg to here to Nelspruit.
Yeah,
We left the night before, rather the afternoon before, and we
yeah.
arrived here at around 5 a.m. or something like that. It was horrible. It was really horrible. Even though I was 10 years old, I can still remember that it
Nah.
was horrible. It's not something that I ever want to do again. But yeah, people want to try it, maybe try it in the luxury suites or whatever.
Yeah, that's
But
what I
even
said as
then,
well. Maybe just keep her. Because some guys trying to make it attractive, like guys, we can get our board games, have our drinks, have our food. I'm just like, I hear you. But 30 hours, dog,
it's a
nah,
lot.
folks.
It's a lot. You know that,
that that's almost 2 days when you like if we leave today at this time, it's quarter to 9. This time tomorrow we'll still be on
will
the
still
road.
be on, yeah.
There's no way. There's
Plus
no way,
another
guys.
6 hours.
Exactly. And if they said if we leave at this time, midday latest to be inside, I'd
Yeah.
consider it. Board games, everyone is playing games, we're drinking, we're talking, shalala, savuka. I'd consider it. But if I had to add another, no, there's no way. I'm sorry. It's literally giving 2 days
Yeah, because I think
because we would
it
get
sounds
there
fine.
and what's it says Tuesday, we would get there on Thursday.
Yeah, like it sounds fine when you actually think about it. It sounds like you can do it, but when you think of that, you're in a confined space. You're only limited to so much space that you can move around, and that time is not just you guys.
Exactly.
You've got all these other people that you are traveling with, who are total strangers. People have
Yep.
like nasty habits. People do like weird stuff. It's yeah, no, it's too much. It really is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
think the only
well,
way you would survive that trip,
yeah,
I think the only way you survive that trip is if you are tired and the only thing you want to do is rest.
yeah,
Get those earplugs, get that thing in that close, like when you use when you want to sleep, you want to close your eyes
yeah,
and get sleeping tablets and sleep for the entire 30 hours.
yeah.
That's the only way I'd survive it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That is pretty much it. But
Yeah, but whoever
we'll
wants to
see.
try it, they can go ahead. I'm not
Yeah, but Twitter is
discouraging
really
anybody. Not me though.
like yeah, well, with the way social media is right now, I know Twitter and TikTok are going to go crazy once people start traveling because we're going to see all these things that happen in there. Going to see all
Exactly.
these
Yeah.
weird people. So it's either going to be a good marketing time for Shosholas Mail or it's
But the
going to be
starts already
disastrous.
now.
Yeah, it's either going to be great or it's going to be disastrous. There's no in between with the way social
Yeah,
media
that's
is.
true. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
there's no in between. But
But
yeah, anyway.
if they
Yeah,
say to me we're bringing the whole KZN nation to come perform for you in the train,
yeah.
I'm going. We'll start from Mzugulu and all of them, but I up so then I'm going. They just add me Maglera there between somewhere there, Maglera, 25K. Guys, you don't have
Yeah.
to ask me twice.
And
And
also,
let's leave tomorrow. Let's go.
yeah. And throw in Shebe as well somewhere.
I, I want to.
And, I actually I saw a video where he was performing. I think it was this past weekend or whatever.
Mhm.
So it's like a lot of kids behind the barriers, right? Because he left the stage and he went closer to the barriers and whatever, like talking to the people while he's performing. shaking their hands and stuff like that. So he's holding a bottle of Hennessy, like it's a full bottle of Hennessy. And this one kid had a drink in his hand, and he was reaching out to Shebe. And it was as he was reaching out, like he didn't realize that it was actually now turned the bottle upside down, and it was Begamtela with the drink. His mental instincts they were still there. Hello, Asheb, where he got upset for a moment, and he changed the way that he was holding the bottle, like was ready to knock it to knock him out with it. And then he realized that yeah, he realized that
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 man
he's
is
changed his ways.
anger management is
Yeah,
because
like
like it's also one thing about fame, nah? Especially when you are one person, then overnight you become something else.
yeah,
You haven't had a chance to like program your mind.
yeah,
You haven't had a chance to get to know that new person. Because I think if it wasn't for that guy with the white t-shirt stepping in front of him, that guy was
yeah,
very quick on his feet. That guy was very quick on his feet because he saw what was happening. He clocked it a while back.
yeah.
Okay. But if he wasn't there, guys, that was going to be a moment of disaster. Because that was him getting cancelled.
No, it really was. It really was because
Yeah.
now I'm actually thinking
Because he
that
even laughed at himself when he realized actually I was going to mess up all for what.
yeah.
I don't know if you saw, he actually laughed at himself there.
And the thing is, the thing about Shere is that he's such a calm guy. Like he is calm, but at the same time he's fuming. Like on the outside,
Yes.
he is calm and he's going to speak to you, ask you, what are you doing? And then he's going to beat you what he's asking what you are doing. So that is what was happening. And then I think he came back to his senses and realized, no, man, that's not me
No
anymore.
need.
Yeah, because now
Exactly.
I was actually thinking being hit but with a bottle of Hennessy, a full bottle of Hennessy at that.
Oh, yes, Bedlela. You're going to the hospital.
Yeah, because the bottle itself is very tough, and now we've got all
Exactly.
that liquid inside.
Licking.
There's no way.
Going
There is no way. The paramedics would have would have had to take the guy to hospital, but thankfully nothing happened.
awesome. I feel like he needs a lot. I feel like Sheba needs a lot of things, man. Like management, counseling. So like, and I'm not saying he must change. Like I like how he looks. Like he's different. I'm a fan of that.
Yeah,
But there are a lot of things that come with fame that we've seen people like spiral. We've
yeah,
seen people who had it together lose it all because of the media, because of fame, because of the love now, all the
yeah,
fans. And as I said, imagine going from a person who was Mpana Sekasi and only a few people knew him to having 100 fans today and tomorrow waking up to hundreds of thousands of fans. Maybe it's just me, but I'd be, excuse my friends, but it would be a mindfuck.
yeah.
Like it's
It's
better when you work. You know how Questa always says, it took 10 years to become an overnight success.
mm,
I'd rather that than an overnight success for real.
yeah,
Because with that, like you see how it's an base touchline is growing or has grown in the past 2 years.
yeah.
I'd rather that than a person who gains millions of fans overnight.
Like yeah, like
Because I feel like the pressure is insane there.
it's a crazy transition because
Exactly.
the crazy thing about that is that you do not get to see yourself change. You do not get to see yourself grow because you are
Exactly.
now
Exactly.
this person who is on the mouths of millions of people, and yet at the same time, when you go back home, you look at your life, you're still where you were yesterday
You
before all
were
these people started
nothing.
to talk about you. And at the same time, while you're still here, there's all this money that is coming in. There's all these calls that are coming in. There's all these requests that are coming in. So now the transition from having to grow and having to steadily
It's very
change
hard.
your environment, it's impossible. It's not something that any sane person can be able to handle. And at the same time, you cannot just let this wave take you wherever it wants to take you, because you have to keep your feet on the ground. And so now, how do you navigate this whole new world while you're still trying to transition from the world that you know
And be the same person that you are.
and be the same person that you are? It's really a crazy thing.
It's crazy.
But what I love about Sheve is that he acknowledges the fact that he doesn't want that old life that he was living. He doesn't want to do all of all those things that landed him in jail, that made him the person that he is today. The defensive person, the person who wants to fight at the smallest
Who's
things.
ready to fight? Yeah.
And I'm glad to see that he is actually working on being a better person, and
Yeah,
hopefully he
exactly.
succeeds. Because and it is also one of those people that we want to see do great. Because we do know how generally how fame is, that you're not always going to have it. You're not always going to
Yeah.
be at the top of the world. But I pray that whenever all these things subside or the balance out, that he doesn't go back to who he was
Exactly.
before he got on stage. Hopefully, we get to see him truly transform, continue to transform,
Yeah.
and be a better person. But yeah, that is also another thing that we
Especially
all.
his look. I love his look.
Yeah,
Love it. I was like, it's giving real, man. Like that's him. And you know how
yeah,
much I'm a fan of authenticity. Like I just like it when people are real. So I love that. I love
yeah.
it.
It's really interesting for me, and I also love his story, his come up story about how he was able to get his first recording, and he's not shy to tell the
Mm-hmm.
story where he was trying to rob a house, and then he got in there and realized which these guys have recording equipment. Now, instead of taking their stuff, he's asking them to record it. And that's basically how it
Doing
started.
remixes especially.
Yeah, but I mean that
Hey,
look where he always always has his backpack. I wonder how many of those backpacks he has, and he doesn't wear a t-shirt as well.
forget the backpacks. I wonder how many Nike clothes that man has. I've never seen him wear anything else when he just
Like
wears
that's
Nike.
all he wears, no?
That's all he wears. And imagine the performances this guy has. And the only thing you're wearing is Nike.
Like, yeah,
That's
I
why he
think.
was saying what he used to do boy sports scene. He would work in there and just take clothes and walk out. I understand now. But what do you mean? How many clothes do you have?
Yeah. I think and that part, the Nike part, I can fully relate with him. Uh, yeah, I can fully relate with him and the Nike part, and I see,
Thing is, he wears it head to toe, bro. Like from the hats to the gloves to the t-shirt. It's like,
yeah, like
with
everything
Fellow
about
does
him
the
is
same thing.
Nike.
Yeah, even Fellow Litchi does the same thing, right? He wears Nike most of the time. But
Yeah,
with him, also, that things you can see that he's sponsored here. It's like he's doing a shoot and there's that. Or if he's not doing a shoot, it must show in pictures. So you can see,
yeah,
okay, that's work. But with Shebe, like, that's my vibe. It's
yeah,
Satan Nike, and that's all I'm gonna wear.
yeah. Like now that we are there, I'm actually thinking about if the Nike South Africa has the same marketing strategy, or rather boldness, that Nike in the US, the head office has.
This one will be tricky. I know where you're going. I thought about it. I'm just like, will they do it? Doubt it.
Because
I don't think I don't think they have the votes for that because I'm just thinking, hmm, this man is a criminal. This man went to prison. If they endorse him, people are sensitive these days.
yeah, but the thing is,
They're
the thing
gonna
is,
say you're endorsing criminals. Yes,
yeah, but
he's repented, but he's reformed. But now people are
yeah,
tricky.
yeah, but the thing for me is that Nike has always been pushing boundaries. They have
Yes,
never been
they have.
afraid to separate themselves from athletes or rather people, but mainly athletes who get into trouble unless it's something extremely serious. But for someone like Shebe is coming from the other side basically. He is transitioning from the other side to this side, which kind of makes sense as well because Nike has always believed in its athletes to say, good say, everyone deserves a redemption story, and everyone deserves, even though they falter, even though they trip, whatever it is that they do, they deserve to have the support that is going to bring them back to why we love them. Even though at the end of the day, it's all about money, because if an athlete brings in the money, then they're obviously, even after everything, if money is still going to be, if they're still going to capitalize on that, they're still going to keep supporting the athlete. But with Sjava, I feel like they could say this person is someone. Yes, they've done all these things, and he's been to prison. He has spoken about all these things. He's not hiding anything. And we feel like this is someone that we can absolutely work with. I feel like it's something that can be done. And Nike does not care what people say. Does not care.
Yeah, no,
Does not care about uh, the reaction of people. But if they believe in someone or they believe in something, they're gonna stick to it. And I feel like personally, I feel like Sjava is something that I would invest in that guy. I really would invest in that guy.
I don't see why they shouldn't. It's just that people have become very sensitive. So I think for me, it's that. And I feel like we can get away with a whole lot, probably overseas than you would here.
Yeah.
Because I feel like in the States, especially, it's like, you know how I feel like in the States, everyone has a criminal record, man. Like everyone has a mugshot, guys.
Now
So wild.
there is very
You know,
easy.
it's so wild.
It
Exactly. I
is
feel like
very,
they'll
very
get away
easy.
with it because it's the thing of, why are we judging him? We've also been to prison. But
Yeah.
here they'll be like, you're condoning criminals. This person used to terrorize our communities. This person used to steal forward, used to do this and that, you know?
Yeah.
So here it will be tricky. But if they did that, I'd be like,
But
cool. So
yeah,
they're
but
standing on
now
something.
yeah, but now part of the thing is that with these companies, especially something as big as Nike, is that the support does not is not just to say that endorse our brand. Here's a bunch of money, but I feel like the support could go as far as to say to go to him and say, dude, we see that you're on this path. What do you need from us? How can we help you to move as far away as possible from all those things that you have done in the past, but also
Yeah.
keep the authenticity of who you are, still keep the person that you are. I feel like Nike would be able to. It's like
Look at
they
what
can,
they
yeah, they can do that. They can be able to support him in that way. But I feel like it also needs marketing. Is it marketing personnel, basically professionals
Yeah.
within Nike who are willing to take him on and work with him. Maybe even if it's even if it means that the person at Nike works solely with him.
Solely with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's something that can be done. I would actually jump on that if I could.
And they've been strategists and all of that. So they know how to do these things.
Yeah, because I feel like Sheba is the perfect redemption story that we need. Because obviously, if he loses everything, his his instinct is survival. So
Yeah.
that's where he's gonna go. He's gonna go back. But if he has a support, if he does not need to do,
Just go back.
yeah, if he does not need to go back to that, is I don't think he is going to go back to it.
Yeah. Well, they should. Like, and we've seen how amazing that thing has worked out when it comes to sponsoring people who are true to themselves.
Yeah,
Like it goes back to, you remember how Big Zulu and this whole stage situation was happening.
mm,
Because he didn't start by being sponsored. It was just him rocking his cavelas, you know.
yeah,
And it got to a point where now not just him is being sponsored by them, or not like just a face, but even the entire Americans, you see all of them pulling up a shoulder in cavelas.
yeah,
You see a lot of new kids wanting to buy cavela, or other artists wanting to be like, actually, there's no need for me to change. I think that's another big thing that artists struggle with. They
yeah,
change because they need to fit in. But when you see Uguti, there's a niche for me, I'm good. I'm gonna stick to it, you know.
mm,
I don't need to fit in. So I think that's what also would be good for Ushebe and all the other people who are coming up, who are just try to be real and true to themselves.
Yeah.
If they don't need to change, they don't need to change to fit in. They can literally stick to who they are, and when things are meant to happen, they'll happen. Same with McLaren. McLaren has his own style. McLaren is his own person,
Yeah.
you know. And the masses love him, and doesn't have
Yeah.
to be like look like a yo-yo nigga. It doesn't.
Nah. Nah, especially with rap today. I mean, actually,
To understand
we can go back as far as Bolo, Bo H2O and Pro. All these guys, they've
exactly.
always been gassy
That
guys.
was very Pantula, exactly,
Yeah. But Kolama Tikis now all star. Luxury
exactly.
culture came along, creating similar clothing as Itikis ne Converse. So I mean, they were targeting gassy guys who love rap.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's always been there, but now I feel like it's being embraced more than it was
yeah,
before. Because right now it's not even about it's not just for show or just to say, would say this is who I am, but it's actually
yeah.
living who they are.
Your truth.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
definitely.
but yeah, well, and South African rap, South African music, in fact, especially with going international, experiencing all these international environments or arenas, it also helps that a lot of the guys that do not lose who they are, especially the guys we've seen the guys in Mapiano. Mapiano, even from the very beginning, before these guys leave their hometowns, they're already talking about, or rather dreaming about, wearing Balenciaga and Gucci and all those things.
Yes,
And once they do get the money, that's where they go to. But
okay.
still, at
Yeah.
the same time, the language that they use, the way that they speak, it
So
still remains authentic.
yeah, and I feel like that's all we need, man. Because I think that's why my music taste is what it is.
Yeah,
I like authenticity. That's one thing I believe in. Like
yeah,
when you look at everyone I listen to, I'm just like, everyone is real, man. Like everyone is true to themselves.
yeah,
Even when it goes way back to Pro, I've always been a Pro fan, and Pro is one of the realest guys I know. I've always been a TKZ fan, and all of them are real.
yeah,
That's just who I am. And even now, I'm a Krista fan, like a diehard Krista fan. Krista is one of the most realest dudes I know. So
yeah,
that's I think for me that's another thing that stands out in music and my music taste and who I love.
yeah,
A person who's just true to themselves.
yeah, yeah. But but again, I think this is like the third or fourth time I say that time is going to prove everything to either be true or not, and we'll
So
see. Yeah, we'll see where where South African music goes in the next couple of years or so.
and
But
one
yeah,
thing about us guys, we're very good at this music thing. Oh,
yeah,
I don't know, man. There's something missing that's going to take us there, but we're very good at this music thing.
yeah,
I
very,
was
very
very good
good,
at this music thing.
very, very
As a
good.
country, I was very good at this music thing, guys. I don't know what's missing, but it's just that one thing. But we are almost there,
Yeah, yeah. I
and
think
I'm
we'll
I'm
get.
happy to watch all of it unfold.
Yeah, and I believe that we'll eventually get there. Really, we'll get that one thing that is missing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe so too.
yeah. But anyway, I mean that is all for me. I don't have anything else. Do you have anything that you want to share?
No, I don't have much. I just saw that black coffee is in the country. I wanted to go to deep in the city, proper lineup, reminded me of the good old days.
Yeah.
Hey, but then I saw the pictures afterwards. I was just like, yeah, no, it was too full here. It wasn't gonna survive. Wasn't gonna survive. I was like, I'm glad that I saw what I saw from a distance. I saw a few videos and it's like, okay, they had a good time.
Yeah.
Love it for them. Not me though.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I like what I did. I like this lineup, man. Like I feel like it took it back, and that's what we needed.
Yeah, because
But
I
for me, I
actually
like I like all music, man. I love even the sorry to cut you. There was an event happening in Cornhill,
mm,
like a house event this past weekend. When you say proper house event, the proper all house full DJs, I was like,
yeah,
yeah, I love this. You know,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
me. Like I love all music, and I was happy. I saw my favorite people go in there. I'm like, Enjoy on my behalf. I'm so sorry for the speech like that. No.
Yeah, and no, actually, as you say that, because I wanted to say that it's something because I love especially house music. I also love it all. I love the old stuff, especially when you have guys who are playing finals and stuff like that. I was actually thinking that next year I have to attend more of events like that. And as I was thinking about that response, I should remember something that we need to do, you and I, because we're getting closer to the final episode of the year. So what I would want us to do is that we write down basically all the things that we want to achieve as the oracles in 2024. We write it down, we pray about it, work towards it, and at the end of next year, then we come back with the very same list and see what we actually were able to do. I don't know. Are you up for that?
I love that.
Yeah. All
I
right.
love
Cool. Then
that.
it's a done deal then. Yeah. That's what
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. So we're not going to share. Maybe share two, three things each that we've written down.
Maximum.
Yeah.
Anything else? Nah, they'll just
Yeah,
get
nah,
it'll
nah,
be serious.
yeah, none of the other stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then we'll share everything else at the end of at the end of next year and see what we've come up with.
Cool.
All right, awesome. But yeah, but for me, that is all for me. Do you have anything else?
Nope. All for me for now.
All right. That is it from the oracles from us today, episode 53. We will be back again next week. I don't know if we're gonna have a guest or not, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, in the meantime, please subscribe, please share, please leave a comment. We love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us. It's been a crazy year. It's been a crazy year, but thank you for putting up with us. Thank you for always engaging with us. We look forward to giving you more content. But until next week,
Okay.
have a wonderful one. Cheers.
Please.